Pandas are bears that are easy to spot. They have huge black spots around the eyes, over their ears, their legs, and across their backs. These bears with black markings look really cool, don't they? So, you might be wondering where pandas are from. Pandas are from China. They still live in the wild in China, though there are pandas that are in captivity in other parts of the world. And this is interesting, because they live in China, it wasn't until 1869 that the United States and Europe found out about these amazing bears. Wow, imagine that. Pandas were like the best kept secret in the animal world for a long time. Let's learn even more facts about these special bears from China. First, let's look at what a panda eats. It might be surprising to you, literally 99% of a panda's diet consists of bamboo. That's right. They are carnivores, which means they're able to eat meat, but they just prefer bamboo, and they spend most of their day collecting bamboo, getting it ready, and eating it. When pandas are in captivity, they generally eat a lot of other foods. It can be difficult to supply pandas with the amount of bamboo they need when they are kept in other countries. But in the wild, pandas want their bamboo. Wow, this cartoon panda's really going to town on this bamboo. Next, we are going to learn about perhaps the cutest babies in the animal kingdom, panda babies. Panda babies are so cute, it can hurt your eyes. Not really, but almost. Comment below if you think panda babies are the cutest in the animal world. Panda babies, like the babies of other bears, are called cubs. That's right. And unlike the nice little cartoon right here, the father isn't involved in raising the cub. The mother alone raises the cub. We mentioned that the panda fathers go on and do their own thing. The reason they like to do that is because pandas are solitary creatures. They enjoy being alone. While there are times when a panda may be in a group, pandas usually prefer to be alone. Now, we need to warn you here, seriously. Get ready for the saddest fact we have ever shared. It is going to sound mean, but that isn't our fault. We aren't the ones that did this, okay? Alright, you have been warned, okay? Here it is. A group of pandas is called an embarrassment. Yes, a group of pandas is an embarrassment of pandas. No wonder pandas like to be alone. They don't want to be called an embarrassment. Some people don't like this term, so some people call a group of pandas a bamboo. A bamboo of pandas, but the name of a group of pandas actually is an embarrassment. There are actually people that are petitioning to change that, because that's just not a very nice way of saying a group of pandas. There has to be a better way, a nicer way to say group of pandas than using the word embarrassment. Okay, we're all good, right? Wow. So we learned that pandas like to be alone, and that when they are in a group, that group is called an embarrassment. And they should probably change that word because it's mean, but that's just what they're called. Alright, now we are going to talk about sleep. Ooh, that sounds fun. So here is our question. How much do pandas sleep? That's a good question. How much do you think? How much do pandas sleep? This might surprise you, but pandas only sleep about 10 hours a day. That means pandas sleep about the same amount as most kids do. That's right. You sleep about the same amount as a panda. That's pretty cool. Pandas are very busy collecting food, and eating can take up a lot of time. In their day, they can usually only fit in about 10 hours of sleep and rest. Wow, these truly are amazing animals. We love pandas and want to make sure we protect them. Pandas were once considered an endangered species. That was because their numbers got so low. As recently as the 1970s, there were only about 1,000 pandas living in the wild. That's it, just 1,000. Thankfully, in 2018, the number is about 1,900 pandas, so the numbers have been increasing. One of the biggest challenges for pandas is their habitat has been shrinking. As more and more land is developed, the land that pandas call home continues to get smaller and smaller. Remember, pandas like to have their space and enjoy being alone. But the land and forests they call home have decreased substantially. The good news is there are organizations that fight to protect not just the pandas, but the areas they call home. While pandas are no longer considered endangered, they are still considered something called a threatened species, which means we have to continue our efforts to protect and defend them.